So we should be one another's keeper in the public. Professor Shea gave the statistics that we have less than 300 psychiatrists in the country. How many people can we monitor? So it is members of the public that should be one another's keeper. I should observe these obvious changes in the individual. And obviously this thing is not going to be it's now moving to Europe and now come for help. And help is really available. I did a study sometimes ago. I was wondering from what they are going to do like the Southwest. I carried out that study for about 16 months. Obviously, the people with mental illness, if they invade the psychiatric hospital, they completely overwhelmed. So the religious leaders, because of people lay counselors in the public, they are doing a lot of work. It is only complicated cases they cannot handle. They can refer to the psychiatric hospitals, to the teaching hospitals, to psychiatric facilities. But you and I, the members of the public, we are one another's keepers. We are mental health advocates in the public. We are lay counselors. We see our friends, we see our relatives, we see changes going on with them. We can give them support. Sometimes, even the support they can give, they don't be counseling, they be worried. About 3 days ago, the one kind of place came to that and my friends broke up the problem. I know this was not the time to most of. I don't keep my hand in my pocket. 5,000 naira solved the problem. Somebody that came in crying, she left smiling. My counseling will not solve the problem, but financial support. So these are the things. A lot of these things can be taken care of in the public. It is complicated issues that need to be referred to psychiatrists, clinical psychologists, and so on and so forth. And that is why I said prevention of mental illness is a collaboration between government, the NGOs, and the people. We have a lot of role to play as clinical members of the government,
Thank you very much, sir. So, as I take off points, remember, you sleep well at night, you eat well, balanced diet. You say balanced diet, we're not saying you should go and buy agile salmon or catfish. Buy fish, do vegetable. Right, sir, I hope I'm on point. You know, you whatever money you can buy, there's so many things in the market. So eat well, sleep well, don't keep to yourself. Make sure when you have issues, just talk about it. Talking about it alone removes that overwhelming stress as if the world is going to collapse on you. So I think we should take that home. Let us be each other's keeper. So now we're going to open the floor for questions from the audience. 5 minutes. We should go before all of we start. Question. There's somebody at the back. 1, 2. Please, can you come forward, sir?
Let's take all the questions together. So if you have a question, please just so I don't have to ask you. There's traffic outside.
Yes, so we have to leave.
Just one question, and I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
Sleep well, eat well.
Yes, sir.
So when you find very happy, sleep by your ass.
Please see your doctor, sir.
I don't want to be attempted to sedate.
I can't find
So please see your doctor. Because number one, we're going to find out what is causing you not to sleep. I went to give a talk somewhere and the man was like, look, my phone. I said, learn to leave your phone at night. Maybe like 3 years ago too, I couldn't sleep. And I kept on telling my husband, I can't sleep. And I knew the implication of that. So he looked at me and said, your phone is always making noise. Your patients will not allow you to sleep. So he took my phone, he removed all the notification noise. Text message, WhatsApp, call, he did everything, he removed the noise. So once I get home, around 7 p.m., I put my phone far away from me. And I put it on silent. If he did not call me during the day, then that thing is more important. It will wait till morning. So I had to tell him, Leave your phone. The worst that can happen is charge your phone in another room so that you can sleep. We all have to sleep at night. So if you are not sleeping, please see your doctor. It is very, very important. Please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm inspired today as a young person. Okay, my question is directed to the doctor. Okay, I used to work in a city school, so I take children and teenagers. And I feel bad. I grew up in the Sri Lanka community. So I feel bad each time I turn around or I take a walk and I see teenagers, young children that nurture and see them smoking. Several times I have taken those substances from them. And again, I've always been afraid because so that they won't, beat their mental at the point. But my question is this to you, sir. Do you work with individuals? I don't have any organization, but I'm a community influencer. Do you work with individuals that can wrap around some of these guys? Because I talk to them, but after talking to them, I have to say, what's next? After talking to them, what else can I do?
Thank you. Let's take one more question. Okay, thank you. One more question. So that we can wrap up the conversation.
Thank you very much. Thank you to all the speakers, especially Dr. K. I'd like to meet you later. And my question is to you, Tade. I just said to my friend, I'd like to have a long discussion with you. But, some years back, I was in San Francisco, and I saw mobile signage trailers that read, dear parents, hide your children, psychiatrists are in town. Okay? And I was wondering, why. But having listened to She's Gone, Dr. Yes, she said children are born to pay. But in the US, at what point, I don't know, in the US, a lot of children are on antidepressants or whatever medicine it is that they are giving these children that made these parents. A lot of mobile moving around town. So at what point can you say, okay, this is no longer ordinary play, this has transited from play to hyperactive activity in the child?
Thank you. So, you can go first.
Okay, again, I refer to the NDLA legislation. The Department for Drug Demand Reduction takes care of licensed or registered non-governmental organizations. And I guess that's where the gentleman is. They are public influencer here. Community influencer. Is it right to call you an NGO?
I don't know.
It is not an NGO. Simple question.
Yeah,
one
man NGO. I don't know the legal implication of the one man NGO. But let's take you as an NGO. The NGO has a desk for the NGOs. You come in, you are in Lagos, the Lagos office is in either Bagada or the headquarters is in Korea. My staff are around, somebody will walk up to you shortly and you can exchange details. But just to answer that question, there's a desk in the NDNU for NGOs that are doing kind of work. And we have a long list. You can do it alone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So can anyone take the question of children? At what age do we draw the line? For our final response. All right.
Okay, that's a very valid question. But
one thing I need to understand is that in mental health, even as professionals, the primary thing that gives us concern, I mean, people can present with several symptoms. One thing is that it must cause the person distress. That's very key. Now, with children, and I mean, based on the question I asked, I imagine that you refer to something like attention deficit hyperactivity and children being placed on medication. There must be a pattern, and it is such that hyperactivity, for instance, was present at home, in school, and for instance in social setting, whether they go to a party, and you will see that pattern consistently. Children are not able to go patiently on the queue, the teachers are complaining, and it's affecting their academic performance. I think it's also important to note, because we see it when we attend conferences, there's a movement, there's an anti-psychiatry movement. So there's a group of people who for some reason don't like psychiatry, don't like the idea that we use medication, don't like the idea that we use what we call electroconvulsive therapy, even though it's beneficial to patients. And you always see them with banners at every World Psychiatry Association meeting. So it is very strong force and movement. And coughing, yes.
Thank you very much, Dr. Friday, but just one sentence. I want us to remember that Dr. Wu told us that in children, we do not like to use medication. She said so. So what does that mean? I think the implication is when children have issues, like even in adults, we see that child, we know that there's something wrong, because even if you've not had a child before, your neighbor has, and you have seen them, you have sisters, you have nieces and nephews, at this stage, this child should be able to do this. So when you know inside of you deep down that there's something wrong, don't let us keep these children, so that we can get assessment on time, so that we talk about prevention, early identification, treatment, then rehab will prevent disability. So let's take the student early for assessment. That is so important. So that we can get it early, we might not get to that point of where we will use medication. If a child is psychotic, a child is suicidal, you have to do the talking therapy and use medication for that child to get well. So I think if we get them early enough, then we won't need to use medication. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And that brings us to the end of our panel session. Please let's give our panelists and moderators a round of applause. And all the speakers today. We're going to take one final photo session, and I'd please like Dr. Sahon Enabulele, Dr. Monica Emujeze, and Mr. Vega, please join them on stage for one final picture, while Mrs. Masajuju AGL Vanguard should please come forward for the vote of thanks. Please come on stage for our photographers to take a picture of all of our speakers today. Has this been worth it? Yes, it has been. We learned a lot, looking at it from very many perspectives, and we'd like to give our president. All right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. And we take our vote of thanks now.
I want to thank everybody. I like the attendance. This is a very, very important topic that people don't like to talk about. But whether we like it or not, it is very, very real. there's anything I want to take away from here, and for everybody to know is, let's also look out for each other. Look out for the telltale signs. And please, there should be somebody that you can open up to when you have problems. I think that's the beginning. When you have problems and there's nobody you can open up to or confide in, then you go into your shell and then you come to a bigger problem. And unfortunately, right now, everything negative that you can think about. So it's the mental health issues become more prevalent. And I'm proud that we're talking about what nobody wants to talk about. Because whether we like it or not, we have to deal with it. So I thank all the speakers. You've done very well. I thank all that have attended, and there's been a lot of information, and I'm sure everybody here is living well informed with the outbreak with the mindset of actually looking out for each other. Thank you very, very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much. And with that, we come to the end of the second Vanguard Mental Health Summit. We wish everyone a safe journey back to their respective destinations. We have lunch upstairs, so please, if traveling is not a stressor for you, you can stay back and have some lunch. Otherwise, thank you very much. My name is Dave Wanish there, and I guess we should see next time. Yes, wherever hopefully we might give. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, go around. Afis. Afis, dear. Small. Come on. Come around. Turn away from there. Yeah. Come this way. Afis. Up. Pull it up. So we're not going to focus It's okay. Me, they found Yes, I don't think What's it Okay. Please, sir.
You don't buy? I like photo.
I'm on you. Mr. Aki. Oh, wájà, you're shameful.